So in this lesson, we're going to work with frequency separation, and you're going to know everything you need to know about frequency separation, how to work with this to work really non-destructively. That's very important. So I'm going to apply my basic frequency separation action, and you're going to know how to work with this. I'm going to show you examples. So this is basic. We have low layer, we have high layer, and we have some tones. So what we do on the high layer, as I mentioned before, I will be working with hard-edged, flow everything 100 current layer, clone stamp. So you finding the spots, we finding the spots, and we just clone stamp. And as you can see, it's really simple. It's quick, so it would take probably a few minutes to do. I'm going to try to do quickly as much as I can to not keep the skin really dirty. I'm going to leave some moles, except this one, because I don't like this one. You need to know whatever you going to do for a client, if you're doing this for a client and not only for yourself, and you're retouching, you need to know to ask the client if they prefer to keep the moles or maybe if they prefer to remove the moles. Personally, I really like to keep the moles on the face. I don't like to remove them much, so that's why I'm keeping these two. But some people doesn't like them, some people want to remove them, so it's always personal. I recommend you to ask. So that's how you work, and you work until the point when you going to clean the skin. When the skin will be cleaned, your work with high frequency is done. I'm not duplicating this high frequency layer, because what you could do, you could duplicate this and set the blending mode to normal, and then just clip this copy into this layer. So whatever you would do on this clipped layer would be very non-destructive. If you do any mistake later, you can just remove this and you still have your low. However, the file size would be too big, so I really prefer to work with as little as possible with frequency separation, so I keep this just very basic. Except the high layer, often we can work on low layer. With this, we need to be extremely careful. So I'm duplicating this low layer. This will be just copy. I leave this as a copy. And there's few way of working. The most basic one, actually, we're going to work here maybe, would be selecting with soft feather. We create something. Press Q, and okay, we have soft edge over here. So we would work like this with soft feather, making selections to even out a little bit the skin tones. How we would do this: make selection, filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and then we go into the level that this change is appearing. So around this, okay, and you can have a look now for the difference. Before, after, very little difference. I believe it could be really difficult to see, maybe in this example over here. So again, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, maybe even higher. I like to keep this low. And you can see now, before, after. You can see the details. We even out them without really affecting the skin texture. Skin texture is here. So that would be the first basic method of working with this. What I prefer and what gives me much more control is to duplicate this. So once again, the same step, copy. And I'm going to transfer this into smart object. Why I'm transferring this into smart object is because it gives me much more control. I'm going to hit right and convert to smart object. So it's going to take a little bit maybe. So now whatever we're going to apply into this layer, we can change in the future. So that will be very non-destructive for us and we can easily fix our mistakes. Now I'm going just to blur out all of this layer. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. That would be too high value, but you can see how does it affect your skin. Going to keep this lower. And around this maybe. I want really soft result. Okay. So now it's applied here, the Gaussian blur. And the best thing is, anytime you're going to open this, you can change the value. You can see? So whether it will be not enough for you or too much, you can always change the values of this blur. That's why it's so powerful. How I work then? I'm creating layer mask. And if I invert this layer mask into black one, as you remember, everything will be invisible. So I'm pressing Ctrl or Command and I to invert, and now this is just invisible. So what I do quickly, I'm going to finish up a little bit, do just a few things more on the high layer as quick as possible. Remember, don't put too big size as I am doing now, but do this carefully. And retouch this a little bit as quick as you can. No, I'm doing this as quick as I can, and you doing this as precise as you can. So, a few more here. A bit on the nose. Don't want to waste too much of your time. Have very little spots, and there's quite many of them, but it's good to work on skin like this. You can see the pores and we want to prevent them. Okay, so let's say I finished retouching the skin. Now I'm going to this copy. I'm choosing a brush and I will be with soft flow, let's say 40%, white color on the brush, bringing up the information that I have here. Have a look what I want to fix. These colors over here, yeah, I'm going to paint here. I'm going to paint here a little bit. And as you can see, I even out quickly the rough areas that I don't like. Of course, here I need to retouch a bit more on the high layer. Here, very rough area, and I'm fixing this. As you can see, it's very simple to work like this. So we have just few steps to do. I would do a little bit on the nose, but remember to not affect the edges, to not destroy the shadows. That's extremely important. You want to keep the shadows as they are. So don't go too close to the edges. That will be other part to do this. And right now, let's see where I painted in few areas, as you can see, in the areas that were not necessarily nice. And you can see how using this lower layer, copy of low layer, we fix the skin, the really rough areas of the skin. You can notice this here, for example, before, after. This is really powerful for this kind of tasks. And that's why I love to use this softly when I don't really have time to retouch everything very detailed. And at the end, let's explain this tone layer. What I use this for is to fix the colors simply. Here, I don't like this color, so I keep using the brush. I lower flow maybe till 1%. I'm pressing Alt or Option, taking the sample of the color, and I'm painting on the colors that doesn't suit, that colors that I want to fix with the color that will be more suitable. So yeah, it's super simple. Have a look before, after. And why by painting with the normal blending mode we're not changing the skin texture? It's because the skin texture is above, so that's super powerful. If you have skin texture above, it's really easy for you to work. I could paint over here a little bit. That was too strong, so not here. Here I have colors doesn't look so perfect. Too gray. Right, I was working on the highlight. I wasn't sure why it changed the colors so badly here. So as you can see, it's super powerful with fixing the colors. And this method I showed you in this lesson will be super easy for you to retouch all of the images, very detailed, very precise, and what's most important, non-destructively.